Hey guys, so I've got another one for you. So a few days ago, another client of ours, another friend slash client, let's call her April. April comes to us and we're grabbing a coffee to catch up anyway. And you know when someone's in a bit of panic and you can start to see their kind of pupils dilate and you know they're kind of flushed. April had that look about her, so I knew something was wrong. And we got to talking and the business's leads had essentially halved, kind of online and offline they had halved. I think we were 10 days into the month and April was like, Kim, can you do anything? Can you have a look into this? Can you see what the heck is going on? And obviously because leads had just kind of halved, all the salespeople had been talking to the CEO, they're all putting the kind of so much pressure onto my mate. And yeah, she was needing to come up with some answers pretty quickly. Okay, so let's outline the core issue here. Obviously leads have halved, right? That is an issue, but we need to work out the specifics if we're going to track down the possible reasons about why that happened. Okay, so number one, it happened over a relatively short period of time. So 2 or 3 days, you can suddenly see the leads from the website just kind of dropping off. The second thing is that it is across all channels, it's across the business. That's how her boss picked it up so quickly. Right, so short time frame and across the business, online and offline. Right, so this kind of narrows down our search. All right, so what are we going to do? What can I do? What am I doing to help April out? So the first thing that we will do is obviously we will check AdWords or Google Ads. We will check to see if there have been any changes made that could drastically affect the paid media. I don't personally think this is the case, but for sanitary reasons, you know, just kind of going through and making sure that our campaigns are kind of there are no big changes, and there were none. There were no changes in the big history. That's the first thing. So we'll check out the primary channel that we're responsible for. The second thing we'll do actually is check the backlog of changes to the website. Sometimes changes have been made to the website, marketing doesn't know about it, maybe an update's been applied and it's broken a form, something like that. All right, and yeah, nothing seemed to be going on there either. I had a chat with the deltas. So first, checking your paid media channels for any big changes. Second, checking the website for any changes. The third thing we'll look at holistic factors. And for this example, for April, I think this is where we'll be focusing most of our time. And the things that we'll look at will be seasonality. You know, did the same thing happen last year? Right? We'll look at across all the online channels. Did it happen at the same rate across all the online channels? Was it limited to search, the paid and organic search channels? All right, that's another thing we'll look at. We will look at paid media budgets. The budgets have, for any activity, online and offline marketing activity, that can have a big impact on leads. And finally, we will check out competition, which in this case I think was really the cause of it. We found out that essentially one of April's competitors had an offer out at that point in time that was very, very similar to the layman, and they're offering at something like 60% of the price or something ridiculous like that. And so those is what we would go through. Every time we see a lead drop, or actually a lead increase, we will look at those things. Yeah, so unfortunately in this case we did figure out it was the competition. You know, there wasn't an easy thing that we could do to kind of fix this problem. Funnily enough, now now what's happened is that the competitor has stopped that and then the leads have kind of regained their normal momentum. But I think things that we could do, something that we could do is perhaps we look at how we could put out a product or a service on a new landing page or a new part of the website that is perhaps competitive with that offer. You know, we could have done something like that. Yeah, it's a tough one. Unfortunately, we don't always have the solutions, but you know, maybe some of you out there will have some ideas. Let us know in the comments below. Thanks, guys.